Hello everyone, this is a follow-up video to the Linux audio lag problem on the RG552 that I mentioned in my first look video. This thing has kind of taken on a mind of its own at this point, but I heard that this problem was now fixed, so I wanted to check for myself and present the findings to all of you. First of all, we need a baseline. For this, we're going to use a GBA SP playing Metroid Fusion. We need to find the exact moment where the game should play the landing audio from a jump. As you can see from the audio timeline at the bottom of your screen, the sound for landing plays at the exact frame your first foot touches the ground. It also completely finishes by the time your second foot is planted on the ground, so I will consider this to be the first frame of delay if no audio sound is present. I will count up from there until the beginning of the landing sound plays to get the total audio delay. In this case, the audio latency is 0 milliseconds. Now, let's head over to the retail firmware that I filmed my review on. This is how the device will ship to people that bought it already, unless there is a mid-cycle update at the factory for new orders. In the interest of full transparency, you can see the exact timeline position for every clip in this video. In this case, the audio starts to play on the 28th frame, which means it will finish on the 29th frame. To keep things simple, I'll count this as 28 frames of total audio delay for a total latency of 466 milliseconds. Now let's move over to the latest custom firmware that was supposed to bring this latency down to 50 milliseconds with some quick and minor changes. As you can see, our audio starts on the 11th frame, which gives us a total audio delay of 183 milliseconds. This is a big improvement over the original, but it's still far from 50 milliseconds. In my Linux first look video, I mentioned that the situation on Android was better, so let's take a look at the stock Android firmware. In this case, the audio starts on the 9th frame, which gives us a total latency of 150 milliseconds. This is actually not bad for Android. It was mentioned to me that other stock Anbernic firmware also has this issue, so we're going to take a look at the stock RG552V firmware to check for ourselves. Audio starts on the 6th frame, giving us a total latency of 100 milliseconds. What's the takeaway from all of this? The audio lag in the latest custom firmware is better than the stock firmware that the device ships with, but it's still far from the standard of stock firmware in other Anbernic devices. Given this, they should have the ability to fix something this simple since they've done it before. This is probably a case of not knowing how to quantify a problem through testing more than anything else. You can't fix something if you do not know it's broken. Happy gaming, everyone. Taki out.